I would say that the Alliance is a family. The Alliance is a community of love and support and belonging. It's a community that is committed to making spaces where people can find connection and can find support, not only for them personally, but also for their ministries. I joined the Alliance in 2002 as the pastor of a congregation that was increasingly being marginalized in denominational life and needed to find places where they could be supported. And particularly me as a pastor needed to find support. And I found in the Alliance the kind of community that welcomed me, that embraced me, that was interested in my story, that understood my story, and invited me to help build new stories with them. And so even though I'm no longer serving that congregation, I still see myself connected as connected to the Alliance and relying on the Alliance for spiritual support. I guess what stands out for me is that the Alliance is not afraid of justice, not afraid of conversations about justice. The Alliance is born out of a story around justice and what it means to be truly welcoming and to be truly inclusive. And so in my work as an organizer of other faith leaders around the country, I am helping rabbis and imams and ministers and pastors wrestle with what it means to be a community of faith that is also committed to justice. And too often in the world, in the religious world, people wrestle with whether or not these are two different things, to be church and to also be committed to justice. And the Alliance is a place where the integration of the conversation about justice and what it means to be also a deeply spiritual person and a committed Christian come together. And so for me, the easy integration that I experience in the Alliance around those two pieces about what it means to be religious and also committed to justice really is an important resource for me as I'm helping other leaders of faith think about the connections between what their sacred texts say about justice, what their traditions have said and have expressed and actually practiced across the centuries as it relates to justice, but also then what does that mean for us today? How do we, in this moment, in the face of mass incarceration, or in the face of gun violence, or in the face of educational disparities and health disparities in our communities, how do we, in a time when there are 11 million people that aspire to be Americans in this country, and we have a broken immigration system, how does the church, how do religious communities find their voice in that place? And the Alliance has always been a community that is pursuing the vision of having a clear voice that has impact in the broader world. And so it's really easy for me to be a Baptist doing justice work because I'm a part of the Alliance of Baptists, and that's just what we do.